So, so I will just mute us for now, and then we will just until the point where we transition. I think is where, yeah, I think it's good if we can just mute ourselves, mute all. Okay, perfect, good, excellent. So this is the 12th of the series, as I mentioned. We are looking today about the easiest way of getting into crypto, which Jeremy is going to share and tell us all he knows about it. And we have come a journey, from February when we started this series up to now, and it's been really just exciting learning every week on Wednesdays. What is there in the world of crypto. So just in terms of where we are in this setup, which I call the special topics focus. We've looked at topics like exchanges, for example, and today we are looking at a platform that allows us to be able to access crypto. We have obviously covered what I would call foundational, series, previously, as well as follow-ups to that. And each concept has built on the next one as we've gone along. So just in terms of fundamental point of view, I put this quote and share it as almost a really in-your-face, thought-provoking point of view that says, this is something that you cannot ignore. You cannot wish it away. You cannot bury your head in the sand. So you must face it squarely and say, what am I going to do about crypto? Because it's not going to go away. The price may fluctuate, it may crash, but what am I going to do about it? So if you do not have a crypto strategy, in my view, you actually hate yourself and you don't believe in your own future. So it's a very strong statement that says, you must engage with this subject matter and come up with a plan for how you're going to engage with it. So welcome, Zanele. About myself, I think other than the way I look in the picture, which maybe need to be updated, and by virtue of the fact that I have been in technology for quite a while, I think the most important reason and my why is actually that I have endeavored to share what I know, because I feel it's important for us, especially as Africans, to be able to be on board on this train of crypto, because it's something that I feel it's going to have an impact on our lives. And it's because of missed opportunities in the past. That's really the reason why I'm doing it. And I'm so grateful that there's a big, broad community that has come and rallied around me and taken up this cause as theirs. As you'll see, Jeremy and there are 9 other, in fact, 10 individuals who are part of what we call community of champions. So they are community champions who are really spreading this message actively, inviting people. We have Giska today, who's been invited by Jeremy, and we are really grateful that we are growing week by week in the community. So welcome, Giska. So I think at this stage, I would want to introduce Jeremy, who is going to be speaking to us today, and he's going to be sharing all he knows. So Jeremy, over to you.
Thank you, Tim. And good evening to everyone in the platform, Welcome to this interesting webinar on crypto. So briefly about myself, I'm a husband and father to 2 daughters, based in Pretoria, South Africa. And my profession has been really about marketing, research, and stakeholder management. Many of the sciences that really involve consumer behavior, psychology of consumers. I'm really keen in it. And in terms of my passion, I'm passionate about acquiring and sharing knowledge. So this is really a good platform for me, for space to learn more about crypto and to see how I could, invest and grow myself financially, but also knowledge-wise, so that I can share it. And I'm a crypto baby. I've only joined in April. That's when I really got my feet wet. So that's me in brief. I'll be back again when I go to the presentation half of the day. Thanks, Tim.
Crypto baby. That's a good one, Jeremy. That's a first. So yeah, it's a very beginner-friendly platform, I think, in summary, in terms of just that kind of introduction. So I think I'm going to open it up to the floor to say, we all know what has been happening in the market. And if you do not know, it's okay. There's been a massive, massive price correction, to the tune of almost 50%, in fact, for assets like crypto, Bitcoin, which have, I think, pulled back to about 30K. It's actually around 37 at the moment when I looked a few minutes ago. So the question is, where to from here for crypto? What is your sense based on the price, the reds that we've seen in the market? I saw Lena shared a very nice infographic on our Telegram channel earlier. So is it? And I just want to get a quick sense. If it's down from here still further, it's put a 1. If it's up from here, put a 2. If it's sideways, put a 3. So you see the icon. So on the chart, you just put 1, 2, or 3 based on the lights that we have there. And then, if you want to unmute yourself, of course, you can just, tell us what your opinion is. And then the follow-up question, which is, conjoined to that is the bull run over? Are we in bear market, So, okay, I see 1. People are saying 1. Okay. Ooh, 1, 2, and 3. Yo, okay. Oh, is there anybody who has a different view? I'm just seeing it's actually mixed results, interestingly. Anybody who wants to comment or just give their thoughts in terms of what they think? You can unmute yourself and just share your opinion.
Good evening, everyone. Yes,
Go ahead, Mr.
Okay, I'm the last born in the community, so I'm not that good. But I put 3. If I understand you correctly, I think 3 is a case whereby there will be a fluctuation over time, because I don't see a one-way direction over a long period of time. In any type of market, it's almost impossible to have such trend. So there will always be up and down along the trend in the long run.
Okay, the third icon is more sideways, actually, which because it's either an uptrend, downtrend, or sideways. That's actually how the markets normally move. So are you saying it's going to be sideways for a while and then tending up, or sideways and then tending down? I'm not sure. Okay,
I will say sideways, up, then down, something of that nature.
Okay. Okay, anybody else? Thank you so much, Giska.
Yes, I think Giscard just summarized the fluctuations of crypto.
Exactly.
All over the place, So you just need to hang in tight. So I kind of agree with the sentiments, because I said 2 and 3 because it's definitely dipping. I mean, this weekend it dipped, and then I'm like, okay. Then Monday it shook again, and then this morning when I woke up, I was like, what is going on? This afternoon was the killer for me. So I think maybe we've reached the bottom. Now we're gonna go sideways, and then we're gonna go up again. But anyway, who knows?
Yeah, I'm happy to have my youngest brother, join us today, Isaac. Karibu sana. So anybody else before we move on, because I really want to give Jeremy as much time so that we have sufficient time to be able to go through what he will share. Anybody else who wants to just give a view? Are we going down further, or are we going up from here, or is it sideways? One last comment. Bianca, what do you think?
I think it will definitely go up. I don't know when, but I hope.
Yeah. If you knew when, we'll pay you, and then you just help us to tell us when. It's like, yeah, tomorrow it will go up. It's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Bianca?
I think, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm just looking at history, and I think there's a possibility that it can even go further down. So that's just a gut feeling that I have. So
okay.
Looking at the signs, whether if there's attraction for it to go up again, but what I'm seeing is it's still in that space of dropping.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I'm now scared. Okay.
I'm with Bianca. I'm with Bianca on that one.
Okay.
I'm with Bianca on that one.
Oh dear. Okay, okay. I'm gonna carry on. I don't want to be depressed now. Let's carry on, please. These people are not saying it's gonna go up, except Lena. Thank you, Lena. So anyway, so just to really give us our view is that we have endeavored to give a holistic view of crypto as we have understood it. We have also endeavored to be vendor agnostic. So we are not selling a particular product or service or a bundle or anything. In as much as Jeremy is going to talk about a particular platform today, we are not really positioning that and saying, you know, take this on. We're just sharing it from a conceptual, you know, and in a practical way where you can actually use it yourself. So there's no, you know, you're not going to send anybody money or anything. You're actually going to learn about this thing and then apply the ideas that we have. And then today, so is going to be about crypto bundles, specifically a platform called Revix. And then Jeremy is also going to showcase us how that works. And then finally, at the end, I'll actually share what I think would be the top 5 for our normal by fortnightly crypto index. So I think, you know, the others are just really more tools and resources we've developed over time as we've come along the way, you know. So you're most welcome to ask or request any of this. If you're on the Telegram channel, which we really highly encourage everybody to really go in there, you know, we encourage you to go there and then be able to access the resources. So Tawanda, I've seen your question. You asked question should be what caused to the drop? Yeah, that's a good question. Elon Musk and the forces of nature, I think is my summary answer. So let's carry on. So again, I think we've developed a pool of resources over time, which we encourage and we are happy to avail to you if you're really keen to go through this from the foundations. We encourage people to continue to do further research beyond what we share on this platform, and of course, importantly, apply because action is everything. Now, I'm going to, you know, just kind of talk about this so that it gives us a recap where we are so far, so that you're not lost on the subject matter. So this is a slide from, I think, one of, you know, the foundationals, which said, how do you acquire crypto? And there are 3 ways, you know, which I have conceptualized in this, as you can see in the image, which is the first and the primary is the mining process. For mineable coins, especially, you can actually mine using any of the hardwares that you have, whether that's a simple phone. There are nowadays, coins that can be mined using your phone, PC, as well as obviously the sophisticated high-end mining pools. So mining is one of the approaches. The other approach is earning, you know, which is anything from, you know, earning interest on existing crypto, airdrops, giveaways, you know, rewards that you'd get on platforms and so on. Doge was actually an example of those that was being given away very generously previously. Shiba Inu, I think, is one of them that is still being given out. And then the last one is, which is the most common, which most of us are actually using, is to buy. You know, you exchange your money and then you get this coins to you. And we have covered exchanges extensively. And we've also talked about P2P platforms. Now, the area and the subject that Jeremy is going to be speaking in the subsequent set of slides is actually on investment platforms. And he's going to focus on Revix today. So I think I just wanted to give us a sense and maybe just calibrate to say, are we all on the same page? You know, are we feeling, you know, we understand where we are not lost? If you're comfortable and you're okay as we transition to Jeremy, just type a 1 day, be okay. If you're lost, just type a 2. You know, just type there, and then obviously, Jeremy, you can go ahead and transition to for the slides from your side from here. If you're lost, if you know, type 1. If you're lost, type a 2. Let's see. Okay, 1s. Okay, let me see if there's anybody who's lost. Nobody's lost. Nobody's lost. So there's no 2s. Okay, it's 1s. We know where we are. So yeah. So yeah, it's great. Excellent. Excellent. I see most of us are clued up and we seem to be tracking along well. We are not lost. Okay, excellent. Great. So yeah, so Jeremy is gonna, okay, thank you, Kiska. Thank you. Thank you, guys. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm happy that we seem to be tracking along quite well. So yeah, Jeremy, I think you can just hit slide mode and we should be good to go.
Okay. So that means you can see my presentation, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm going to go on slide mode then. Yes, thank you, Tim. And just start by saying thank you much again, Tim, for this platform for us to share on crypto. It's really professionally run, and I'm really proud to be part of this community and to share my experiences. So starting quickly talking about investing in bundles or crypto assets bundles, for me, it was an attractive option when I started investing because I was still really searching and researching and understanding the coins. So I decided to look for something that might bundle a few coins together for me, and I just place in my investments. So I happen to have heard about Revix, so I really researched into Revix. And the good thing about bundles is that it offers risk diversification. So in other words, instead of just putting money in separate coins, they've got a bundle that helps to diversify my entry or my investments. And well researched. The top assets that they use are well researched. We've got a team that does that research. So that kind of buys time on my side, not to put too much effort in understanding. Actually, while I invest in these bundles, then it gives me time to learn about them individually. So they offer them at one bundled price. So for instance, if you take a bundle of 10 cryptos, you have one single price for the whole bundle. You do not have the separate prices as you have for crypto coin. And then it's effortless investment. You place in your funds and the investments happens in the background. You don't have to really look for the ups and downs of the day, because the reason you are investing in these bundles, it's really because of the long-term strategy. So looking at the Revix company, it was founded in April of 2018 as Revix UK Limited. It's based in Cape Town. It's funded by South Africans, but it also has an office in London. It's really an investment platform. It's not a crypto exchange as you have for Binance or for Altcoin Trader, all these other platforms that people are normally using. So it's a team of young and experienced leaders that run this company, and they really have experience in IT, in investments. So they really bring a lot of knowledge to the table. And really what they offer is direct, manageable, secure exposure to crypto assets in the crypto market. And the term bundles really means that the investments are ready made. So you don't have to come up with your own bundle. You already have the bundles ready made and ready researched, and you have direct exposure to the underlying cryptocurrencies. As I mentioned, you are in this because you're investing for long-term horizon. This is not really the type of platform if you want to invest short-term and get your gain. You put your money in as though you'll only take it out maybe 1 year or 2 years down the line, or however long you want to invest. And also, it's for people who tend to have a high tolerance for risk. Because I think like now today, Tim was just talking about the tumbling down of the market. So some people, they'll feel like, hey, I need to remove my money now. I need to shift. So this one's, once it's in, just let it flow, you know. If it goes up and down, just raise your hands. You know that in the end, something will materialize. But if you're looking for the short term, I think the bundles approach might not be your channel. So the term they use, technical term for this type of investment is direct indexing. And they qualify it as a technology and not a financial instrument. So in essence, they've got a battery of logarithms that they use to go and hunt for those prices from different exchanges and to calculate the pricing model that they then offer to the potential investor. So it allows you to instantly purchase, manage, and sell a number of individual assets within a broader portfolio. So for instance, in the top 10 bundle, which I'll talk about the coming slides, you've got the top 10 market cap coins that are bundled in that portfolio. So you are in essence investing in those 10 crypto assets, but through the bundle channel. And how they categorize or structure the cryptos, Can you all see me?
Yeah, we can see the screen. Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. So the cryptos are equally weighted. So if there are 10 cryptos in a bundle, each is weighted a factor of 10 or 10%, so that there is a bit of balancing in terms of the investments. And also remember to the point about risk diversification. They really want to minimize risk. So if one crypto does well, or 3 or 4, then the rest do badly, then at least the weight is equally distributed. Then they do a monthly recalibration or reconstitution, which they call reweighing. So in essence, if a currency falls out of the top 10 in terms of market capitalization, and then a new one comes in and joins the top 10, then at the end of each month, the system will recalculate and see if they need to admit the new coin in, then that becomes a bundle. And for this whole process of reconstitution and rebalancing, they charge a small fee per month of 0.17% monthly, which amounts to 2.04%. So this is the methodology they use for reweighing. So if you have $100 invested in a particular bundle, then that $100 will be allocated equally. Okay, in this case, we're using maybe five items in the bundle. So it will be 20% allocation per coin. And now, during the month, of course, the prices will fluctuate for each of those coins. So what will happen is that at the end of that month, we will then look at the bundle and look at which of those coins or which of those holdings have increased beyond the equitable share, or which have gone beyond or below the target rather. So whatever is below the assigned target, which had been equally distributed, then they will tend to sell that coin and then buy the one that has done well in the previous month, that was not amongst the top 5 or top 10. So in essence, it's a rebalancing act at the end of each month to ensure that maximum value is maintained over time, depending on the fluctuations. So just moving on, just want to show you basically the kind of products that they offer. So apart from cryptos, they also offer other bundled themes, but the ones you see in purple, those are still upcoming. They haven't yet offered them to the market. So we'll just focus on the top of the three bundles in the crypto, which is the top 10 bundle, the smart contract bundle, and the payment bundle. You see, they've got other cryptos at the top: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Pax Gold, which is the coin for gold, and it just happens to be the gold that is based in the UK. That's for interest sake. So this is the top 10 bundle. We've got this selection going, and you'll see Dogecoin is not part of it. Interestingly, so that shows that the research that they have done, the fundamental research, has kicked out Dogecoin. You know, so you can just have a look quickly. These are the top 10. Move on to the next one. So the next bundle is a smart contract. And they only pick 5 out of this universe of investable crypto assets. So if you even use this list that they have given to do your own individual investing, then at least you'll know that these kind of coins are quite reputable and are coins to look into. Do your own research, of course, but this is the universe that they pick those smart contract focused crypto coins from, or assets. The next one is the payment focused crypto. So this focuses more on your decentralized financing, all these coins that allow or permit payments. So these are the lists that they draw from. see there's quite a number here.
I see Doge there, Jeremy. It's interesting. Payment focused.
Doge is there because it's been mentioned that when you look at the top 10, they, they don't seem to plug it there, you know. So
yeah,
it's good that you pointed out. Yeah.
Yeah. Julia and I are always looking out for Doge.
Yes.
The people's coin.
Doge business is going to become serious, I think, down the line. You know, they're still playing around it. Okay. So I just want to show you now the performance of these bundles over time. As I mentioned, the company was only founded in 2018, but these bundles were only placed on the market from 2020 or around about mid-2020. So from that period up until the current date, May, this has been the performance of those bundles. So if you look at the left panel, looking at the 1 year, you see that, of course, the return are considerably. Now, the first 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, I guess, the story of a month or month, you know. Downpour of the returns in the red. So you see, it reflects what's going on in the market, even though it's bundled, but the risks are much more mitigated in this fashion. You know? So maybe my stomach will not tricks me if I was just invested in 1 or 2 coins. At least I know I've got a balance working for me. The one on the right side is the smart contract bundle. And if you look at the 2 sets of comparisons, the top 10 bundle compared to the payment bundle and compared to the smart bundle, you see the pattern is almost similar in nature. So there is not too much variation. The only thing is, which exposure do you want? Do you want exposure to the smart contract, or do you want exposure to the general top performing coins in terms of market cap? So the decision is really up to the investor, but the price differs in terms of the bundle, as you'll see later on. The smart contract bundle is a bit more pricey in terms of its value, but of course it's fractional investment. You can invest some of the funds into each bundle and not have to pay the full price.
So Jeremy, I'm just thinking of just hearing what people think based on this, because personally it's just so eye-opening. What do you guys make of this? I mean, Tawanda, I know you're like 20%, but this is 500%, my friend. Like, honestly, I'm just curious to hear from the floor. What do you guys make of these insights that Jeremy is sharing on the returns on these bundles? What do you guys make? Could you live with some 500% upside on your portfolio?
I could live with that today.
Go ahead. I don't know who else.
Yes, Tim. I think for me the most interesting one and the one that has been really quite stable is the smart contract bundle. Because if you look at the smart contract bundle, it contains your Polkadot, and Polkadot has been quite a stable coin also since I've been following it. So I think maybe just a general comment for the team, if you're looking at Revix, have a look at the smart contract one. Definitely a very good option.
Wow, that's a very good comment. Thank you for that, Julia. Anybody else who really just, whether it's you're just finding, it does not have to be from, maybe you're just finding this for the first time and you think it's something that's very interesting. As Jeremy prepares to continue. Any other comment from the floor?
Tim, from my side.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, just wanted to say very interesting actually, and good to see the results in the format that he has shared with us, Jeremy. Thank you for that. It also brings a lot of clarity, at the end of the day, it makes it easier to make a decision. So it's helping you to make an informed decision.
Wow, thank you, Bianca. Giska?
No, to me, I just like the fact that if you invest in a bundle of bitcoins, the weight is equally distributed among them. So it's a very good information, and I just like to know that they are equally distributed like that, the weight among them, so it can really alleviate the risk somehow.
Thank you, Giska. Personally, my view is I actually like this, Jeremy. You've told me about this, and so I was like, oh, okay, whatever, But now I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, why am I not in this thing? Because it's actually so simple. You don't need to go look for using your criteria in the exchange or coin market cap. No, you just go, boom, there it is. And yeah, I just like the simplicity of it. Jeremy, continue. I think I'm just excited. I love it. I mean, unless somebody wants to say something.
That's really what they call, no, thank you, Tim. That's how they are calling it, effortless investment. You'll normally put your money away for this annuities, like 10 years down the line. This is the option now on crypto investing in that fashion, because you don't have to stress about which coin should I invest in. These guys have done the research for you. You just have to trust them and put the money there. It's for the long haul, So that's the beauty of this particular.
Bianca agrees also to say it's really very simple, and I'm sure that's a sentiment in the room. So continue, Jeremy, continue.
Thank you. I just want to get my slides to go to the next.
No, it's okay. Take your time. Yeah, guys. So I think really this is such a wonder. And thank you, Jeremy, for really taking the time to understand this and obviously to be invested yourself, because it really makes it easy for the rest of us to follow your example,
Oh, you're welcome. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've got it now.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, so the last the last comparison is now smart contract bundle to payment bundle, moving away from the bundle. So you see these bundles are composed of 5 coins each, this particular two, apart from top 10, of course. So the patterns are more or less the same, but it's also what exposure do you want to have? As Julia pointed out, she really likes the smart contract bundle. Happened to invest more into the top 10 bundle, but also put some margins into the smart contract one. So this is the platform. This is the Revix.com homepage. It's very simple. These guys are really presenting things simply. It's not cluttered. You've got information about the products, any information, support. I've tried it also. They respond. They've got a web chat assistant. They're really good at responding.
Yeah, no, that's good. Because I think, I think the other thing which I'll say is thank you, Jeremy, for that. Because what you'll realize if you're on a platform like Binance, which is really, really big, or Huobi, which I tried the other day, the response time is quite sluggish. But I'm actually quite happy that these guys respond quite quickly. Yeah, that's a good point.
Thanks for that. I just want to now maybe do a quick demo into the platform, just a live one. So this is the login information. So once you have set up your registration with them, then you log in. Just want to
so maybe as Jeremy continues to log in and all of that, because maybe it kicked you out, I think, or
yeah, I think kicked me out. I'll just quickly
so any comments from the floor in terms of how you find this platform? Is it something? Because personally, I'm actually going to add it to my strategy. That's simple. It's it will save me more time to be able to really do this. You just go buy a bundle and that's it.
Tim, I think I got onto Revix the first time. I think Jeremy mentioned it. It's very nice, very friendly to use and straightforward. I think it's straight to the point. You click on what you want to do, you deposit the money into your account, and you have it reflected on the platform. So very quick, and the money reflection actually takes, like, I think it doesn't even take long. So I don't even actually think they wait for the money to reflect in their bank account. What you need to do is just send them your proof of payment, and they upload it instantly. So it's a very good platform, and I think Jeremy will still cover it. But I think the good part is also the fact that when you sign up with the Revix, you get to position yourself for the future. You know, there are other bundles that Jeremy, I'm so sure, will share with us again on how we will position. So besides cryptocurrency, there are also other things that are really very interesting. So yeah, very good platform again.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Giska?
I would like to ask a question out of curiosity. So is that company playing a role of a broker? Are they playing a role like they are intermediaries? My English is very poor.
I'll say yes and no. I would say yes and no. The only broker role they play just give you access to the technology to invest, because the technology they use allows them to access those coins and the pricing from the different exchanges. You know, the crypto exchanges that we talked about, they have access to those crypto exchanges through their systems, and they calculate the best price based on all those inputs. Exactly. And they give you the platform to invest. So they don't give you any advice, because a broker will give you financial advice. They don't give financial advice. They present the information there. They can have a very good product in terms of methodology. They explain the whole methodology. So even this presentation that I made, I really went into the methodology to understand how they go on about the business. And it's very straightforward, simple, and you know, you can make up your mind. So they don't offer any financial services as brokers would do.
Okay, but they have a fees at least for their services.
Yes, the fee is only when they do that monthly rebalancing that I was mentioning. Rebalancing to reconstitute the bundle and to reweigh it. And that is done automatically, literally in less than 1 minute. That is how quick these algorithms are. So in essence, there is no human interaction. You are just interacting with the platform they have put in place, and they have given you the transparency in terms of the methodology that they use. So you buy into a technology, in essence, that gives you access to direct exposure to investment. So that's why they call it direct indexing. It's not typical ETFs in the financial where you invest in a bundle of stocks or unit trusts or stuff like that. No, it's not like that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I think this live logging in is just a bit slow, but what I just wanted to show you in that live login was to show you the actual interface of the system once you've logged in as a user. It's fairly simple, as Julia is also on the same platform. You don't have cluttering like you have on Binance, which can be quite heavy, depending on the mode you choose. So it literally shows you, okay, I'm just now showing you the page where they display the products and so forth. Julia mentioned about product. Those are the ones I mentioned in the themes. So you've got the cryptos, of course, but then the themes. The themes are, in essence, any new bundles that they're going to present in the coming year, 2022, as you can see. So from legal cannabis, artificial intelligence, esports, gaming, biotech, cybersecurity, and so forth. So these guys are really venturing into the unknown almost, or into the new technology. They're really ahead of many other companies in terms of offering this exposure to those markets. So
I really like this. I really like
innovative.
I really like this, because these are really topical areas. I mean, robotics, clean energy, you know, electric vehicles. Wow, this is, and it's, you know, I mean, I personally, I think I like the thinking behind this, and the fact that it actually allows you to really, as Julia said, position yourself for the future. Wow. Jeremy, thank you. This is really amazing. I mean, I didn't know about all of this. Yeah.
So maybe as a parting shot, just to maybe give you a bit of a summary about this whole platform. For me, I use it for long-term investments. So I will not put in my funds and say I want to sell in this point when the price is high, and then I'll buy when it's low, because it will then defeat the purpose of investing in the bundle, because it's built for the long term. So these are funds that are considered I want to put away for at least a year and more. That's when you really benefit from this platform. The other thing is you can only deposit funds using a bank transfer method or using cryptocurrencies that you have. So there is no credit card facility yet to deposit funds. So if you're in South Africa, it's perfect. Or if you have access to South African banks, being outside of South Africa, you can deposit. But the only other way is to use cryptos to place your investments. You know? So a critical thing to mention for those who are not in South Africa. The other thing is, yes, it's a straightforward investment technology vehicle, just a vehicle to invest and nothing to it. It's very simple, and you can play around and see how it goes. The support is good, and it's effortless in the sense that you're not thinking too much about the risk, because these guys have really gone to length to minimize the risk. So I think I'll leave it there. Maybe any further questions for clarity.
Yeah, I think I'll open it up, for questions, because I really personally have found this very interesting. So any questions from the floor for Jeremy? Thank you, Jeremy, for really sharing this so clearly and, in such an articulate way that it's accessible to all of us.
Thank you.
Just a quick one, Jeremy.
Yes, Kwanda.
I want to know, when I deposit my funds there, where is it into my own wallet that I will only have access to, or what happens? What if this platform crashes? Does my money go away with that, or what? Just maybe explain it to me there.
Okay. There is a wallet option that you have there. But I'll say in terms of the bundles themselves, I'll have to do further research, because it's not like you're investing in a particular coin where you get a unique key number, where you can shift these funds off-site, as it were, or what they call this technical term. In cold storage.
Yeah. Cold. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. In terms of, like, it's not a coin itself where you have an address, you can take that coin to whatever. It's just a bundle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for the bundle, I think if things were to crash, I'll have to really read about it, to be honest with you. But for the coins which they have, like your Bitcoin, I've got a bit of Bitcoin on it. It has its own wallet and unique address. So I can always take it out of this platform and put it on any other exchange, But for the bundles, I'll have to read again and revert back on the community with information just for clarity.
There's a question from Isaac on, do they have Kenya shillings? Do they accommodate outside of South Africa? Maybe in simple terms, can you?
No, they don't. You see, they use this, what do you call it, the stable coins. They've got stable coins that you can use to transfer your funds. So that my live did not really work, because I wanted to show you the various stable coins I use, but it's the typical stable coins that you find your USDs, USDC, your Tether coins, or your Binance USD. So those are the transactional coins that you can use. But because it's a South African-based platform, in terms of bank transfers, it's limited to rands. and there is no credit card facility. So that's the only other way to make payments using the cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, I think it's accessible if you use that channel, maybe in summary, that anybody can use it. It's just that from a bank transfer perspective, it works obviously easily, and it's only South Africa that they have accommodated for now. I don't know, is there any other questions before we transition from here to just wrap up or towards, the other remaining bits?
I'm going to ask a question after curiosity. And I would like the team to understand once again that I'm really new in this matter. So, Jeremy, since I'm very new in this type of financial market, if I visit those Revix and I want to invest there in a specific bundle of those Bitcoins, my question is, since they don't provide advisors through time, so it's on my own risk, for example, to change the, can I say, the structure of my bundle, if I can say so, that to change some of the coins and so on over time, if I feel like they are underperforming and so on. So all those type of things, are they doable? If yes, how often? Is there, for example, if I have a bundle, at which time period can I make some adjustment? Or so I would like to know such things.
Thanks, Carl. That's a very good question. Now, at the beginning of the presentation, I mentioned that bundles are ready-made investments. So they select a particular mix of coins that they put together in a bundle. So there, the investor has no say as to what constitutes the bundle.
Okay.
That is up to Revix to do their own research and to offer that as their best bundle. But if you want to constitute your own bundle, I'll say you'll then have to use these exchange platforms like Binance, where you can buy your own set of coins, and you can call that a bundle because now you're in charge of your particular set of coins. So on this platform, these are bundles that are already made.
Okay.
That you cannot make any changes to, but you can decide when to sell and when to buy. That is up to you, but the bundle itself, you cannot make changes to the bundle.
Okay.
That's a question, Jeremy. So can you sell anytime? Like if I say, oh, I bought on the 5th and then I want to sell on the 15th, I can just say, I don't want this bundle, I'm selling it.
Yes, you can sell anytime. And of course, the risk is in your hand because it's fluctuating, so if you sell when it's really low, then it's your risk, it's your loss.
Yeah.
So you also have the performance of the market, which is of course reflected onto their platform to show you how the market is performing. That you can take it because you see the price which you'll see on the bundles, the bundled price, it will not reflect the individual price of the coin on the market. So theirs will be a bundled price. So for you to determine how well individual coins are doing, then you have to go to an exchange platform.
Yeah. Any other questions for Jeremy?
There's a question for Jeremy. The option for, if it has an option for it to be sold in Kenyan shillings or something on the message.
Yes, I think we had alluded to this question, but unfortunately, it's limited to the South African currency in terms of bank transfers. But to enable it to go beyond South Africa, they use stable coins as currencies. So you can deposit your cryptos and you can exit with your cryptos and then you transfer them locally into your own Kenyan shillings or rands or wherever it is you are located. Once you have your funds in a stable coin like this dollar pegged coins, like Binance USD or USTD, USDT and USDC, there's quite a number of this dollar pegged stable coins.
A question for you, Jeremy, from Michelle. So what's the minimum amount that you can purchase the bundle? How much? That's actually a very good question. Thank you, Michelle, for that.
Good question. Good question. The minimum amount, I think, stand to be corrected. It might be 500. If Julia can also just check that with me, because she invested recently. I think it's 500.
Correct, Jeremy. I think the cheapest is the payment bundle, and it's about 500 rands. Yes. And I think the most expensive is the smart contracts, but they are all ranging between 500 and 1,000 rand.
Can you automate it and say, you know, every month take 500 from me and just add it to the bundle, so that, you know, you put a debit order, whatever, you can do that.
I think there's that option, Tim. I stand to be corrected, but I think I've seen it. But in my case, I prefer to wait for the fluctuation to see when to enter. I'm still a bit sensitive to the fluctuation. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Yes.
Yes, but maybe just to help you out there, Jeremy. So yes, you can deposit the money, so then it goes to your wallet without it having been invested in a bundle. So you can keep it in your wallet until you want to invest it in a bundle. So you can move the funds however however you feel like it. So you can keep it in your wallet, or you can decide whenever you want to buy, that's when you buy. So then you buy from your wallet and then you buy the bundle. So it's quite flexible.
Julia, at this rate, you need to call Revix. This is the most interactive we've ever had. People are interested in this thing. Yeah.
I would like also to ask a question again, out of curiosity. You know, I watch the news sometime to see some people who are now full-time in investing on these Bitcoins. They are not working. This is their permanent job. And curiously, such people are having 10, 20 computers at home. I don't know how does it work. It's crazy. And why they need all those computers.
Julia, I leave that to you, please. That's trading, I think. I don't know. Go ahead, Julia. Let me just some messages here from the floor.
Yes, Giscat. No. That one is trading. So what those guys are doing, they are investing. Okay, they are not investing. We are investing on a long-term basis. So what they are doing is they are trading on a short-term basis, on a daily basis. So that's why they have screens. So they would have a screen for Bitcoin versus USDT, or Bitcoin versus, and they are beating their life on those trades on a daily basis. For today, you can see the market is red. So what has been happening today for the traders would have been, they are betting the market. They are saying, okay, this market is going to go down. It's going to be a downward trend. So I'm putting my money at the top for a sell. So when it goes down, they are earning money from either selling or buying. So some are making money if they are buying at the correct time, and some are losing money if they are, selling or either buying at the same time. So that's how they are stuck to their screens on a daily basis. And it happens with the banks as well. These people are constantly trading on a daily basis and making losses and making income on a daily basis. So they've mastered that philosophy. That's their area of business.
Yeah.
So the last one,
thank you very much.
Also add something, because we are talking about the screens, but I will talk about the processors. She mentioned this earlier, the mining aspect of crypto.
Yes.
Many people buy this expensive processing units because they have to mine. Because when you are mining in crypto, you are in essence offering your computer to be part of the whole network of computers that perform these transactions in the blockchain and all these other platforms. So you'll find that some people have those CPUs just to run instead of the screens. So there's both sides. There's the screen side, and then there is the CPUs for processing power for mining.
Yeah.
And they also earn an income from mining. Yeah.
Thank you, Jeremy. So I think a last one, you just squeeze this one quickly, Jeremy, and then we transition, because this has been very interactive. So there's a question from Michelle around the fees you pay if you want to sell your bundle. How much is that? Or there's no, I don't know, is there a fee or not when you want to sell?
Yes, as Julia pointed out, each bundle has its own price, and that price fluctuates, the bundle for smart contracts is the most expensive in terms of value, but you can always buy a fraction of the bundle. You don't have to buy the whole bundle. For instance, for me, I invest on a monthly basis 1,000 and I spread it between bundles. So if
I see.
I want to sell when the value of the bundle is, let's say, at 2,000, and I bought it at when the value was at 700, then I'll be making a profit. So the value of the bundle fluctuates, but for you to make any investments, you need to place in 500 rands minimum for each investment you make in any bundle.
Yeah.
I hope I have answered that question.
I think maybe just to come in there, I think what she meant by that question is the fees. How much do you pay? How much does Revix make from our transaction?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I think one will have to get that answer from the methodology, because for me, I'm not yet at the point where I want to sell, and so I haven't really researched that far much in. But these fees are always minimal. They're not that they're not prohibitive, as any other exchange platform that have fees. They're always in the below 5%. I'm sure it's below that. It's below 5%.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I think for when you deposit, you pay something like, if you are depositing 1,000 rand, you pay something like less than 20 bucks.
2%, 20 rand,
Correct.
So guys, allow me, for the sake of time, just to really transition. And I want to thank Jeremy again for such a wonderful presentation, which, I mean, this, as I said, this is hands down the most interactive we've ever been, because of just, it seems this is something that makes sense to most of us in the room. And thankfully, you know, you'll be able to share this recorded session for your reference. Again, I would recommend that each one of us joins the Telegram channel, because we actually give priority to people who are on the Telegram channel in sharing these things, so that you can be able to really interact a bit further. And then even any questions, you can continue also there as well. So maybe for the sake of time, this question, I'll not really open it up to the floor, but rather I'll preempt it and talk about the other index which we publish every week, which probably speaks to what Giska was talking about earlier around you making up your own bundle. So let me just see. Okay, thank you from Michelle, that she's happy you answered the question. So we've obviously had the price correction in the market this week. That has tested all the coins pretty much. It's not been an easy one. Thank you, Julia. You've shared the link. So if you look in the chat, you'll actually find the link to the Telegram channel. You can just click on it now, because it will disappear after our session. So allow me just to spend the next 3 minutes or so to talk about the index, because I would have opened up and asked what coins, but through the community, we have some of the coins that were suggested in the shortlist. So this is our top 5 crypto index that I want to just talk about very quickly. Now, some of the candidates like Solana, Cardano, and Hedera have been there in our previous index. So this is all based on research, you know, where we look at it and say, you know, which ones have the right fundamentals against our framework, which one has potential, which one has a strong use case, and we actually just put these together. So the ones that stand out that I think I'll just mention on the back of, from a resilience perspective, would probably be Cardano and Matic. Or Polygon, Polymatic, or whatever. I mean, they call it Matic. I think Tawanda is the one who's benefited the most from Matic this past week. The star award goes to Cardano, because Cardano, when Bitcoin and everything else was tanking and pulling back, it was actually probably among the few coins that were really standing strong until the last price correction, when Bitcoin pulled below 40,000 to about 30. It's when it actually went below $2. So I highly recommend this, you know, to consider. And again, the principle remains: do your own research. You know, find from this short list, find the ones that are really strong candidates that make sense to add to your portfolio. But I would strongly recommend as a star, Cardano. Why? Because of the fact that it has a strong use case. It stood the test of time. It has a very strong team behind it. And also from a price point, it's still, you know, pretty cheap. You know, I mean, it's $2 or even slightly less now. You get it at a discounted price. By tomorrow, I'm sure it will be back above $2. And it's one of the coins that I personally hold. Matic is also another strong candidate. This gets the diamond, tag, in my view. And it's a very strong, it's used, very much within the Ethereum ecosystem. The price also is still very accessible. It's within that $2, less than $3 range. In fact, actually less than $2 from the price correction. It might, by the time you see it, it might be about at least less than $3. So I highly recommend it. Now, the other three, which make the top 5. So Solana is in the smart contract space, similar to Cardano as well as Ethereum. I mean, we talk about the leaders there, which sorry, my Bitcoin blob is actually in the same color. I don't know why I didn't see that. We talk by default, always consider and think about Bitcoin and Ethereum, but over and above is actually where the top 5 is what you add to your portfolio. And I say Solana is obviously a very good candidate. Now, Hedera is also a very good one because it's a very strong technology that apparently from the data that has been provided has handled more transactions than Ethereum itself, in as much as it's a newer coin. It's actually less than 30 cents dollar, 30 cents US dollars. You can buy it today if you want to, and it's still very cheap. So, you can be able to really be able to add that to your portfolio. And for fun, because we love fun in this forum, and on behalf of people like Julia who love Dogecoin and this weird coin called Shiba Inu. So we've added there because it's actually very interesting that the likes of Dogecoin have found a place, meme coins in the marketplace. So Shiba Inu is a fairly new coin, which is still very super cheap. It's less than 20, not even 20 cents. It's actually 0.00018 something. It's very, very cheap. You can buy tons and tons of those ones. And potentially if the price appreciates, then your returns will actually be pretty high. So I think I'm actually gonna leave it there. There's a comment from Bianca to say, great session, Jeremy. Thank you guys, you rock. Thank you, Julia, for your insights and input. And I would say the same. Thank you. You've spoken on behalf of us. So I don't want to take this any longer. This slide will be available on the community in the next, in the next couple of hours, so you can be able to see it. So in wrapping up, we've come this far. We've covered some of these topics. This is actually the last of our 12 series. We're going to take a break for 2 weeks, and then we're going to come back and then continue from there, on topics like maybe decentralized finance, as well as NFTs, a continuation. But we're going to be off for the next 2 weeks, but our community is live 24/7. Please join the Telegram channel and really just interact with the rest of the community and just continue with your crypto journey as we continue to learn. So in summary, we learned about the easiest way to get into crypto for beginners, for those who are risk averse, and for those of you who prefer simplicity. So on behalf of the team that has made this possible, thank you so much. And the question is, are you ready to bundle? I think that's it for us for tonight. And for this session, thank you for joining us. And until we connect again in about 2 weeks' time, you'll get the email, of course. Thank you for being part of the session. And thank you, Jeremy, again, for a wonderful presentation and the support that has been provided as well from the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, team.
Chair, how can I have your previous recordings?
I think you can reach out. Jeremy has your contacts. Reach out.
Yes.
I'm happy to share it with you. And please join the Telegram channel. We'll share everything there as well.
Definitely, I will.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you, Lena. Thank you.